Welcome back to Outdoor Adventure Training. My name is Mikey Bell, and today we're diving into this 10-minute backcountry mobility routine. This is perfect for multi-day backpackers and trekkers looking to recover from the previous day of hiking and get their body warmed up and prepared to hit the trail again. Staying mobile in the backcountry can be a tricky thing, but it's super important to keep those chronic and acute injuries away, and so you can feel good and comfortable on the trail. There's a few simple tools that we'd love to bring to stay mobile. First, have a nice foam pad or a soft surface to perform this on. Next, a lightweight Cork massage ball. These are super inexpensive. They only weigh an ounce or two, and they're really great for some myofascial work that we'll dive into. And the bottle roller. This is a really nifty sleeve that turns any Nalgene or hydro flask into a foam roller, which we'll definitely be utilizing in this routine. If you don't have the bottle roller, that's okay. Any hard water bottle will do. To learn more about the bottle roller and the Cork massage ball, check out the description below. Now, we are totally off the grid, so I don't have internet access, but I went ahead and downloaded this mobility routine on the Outfit app, so we'll dive into that now. I'll go ahead and press play here. We're starting off with a little myofascial release, and then we're gonna get into active and dynamic stretching. So, if you do have a Cork massage ball or any massage ball, we're gonna start off rolling the plantar surface of the foot. This is gonna feel really good if you've been logging a lot of miles. If you don't have the Cork massage ball, you can certainly use the bottle roller or any hard water bottle will do. We're not trying to get in too deep here. I'm gonna go back to the Cork ball though. That feels really nice. So kind of our goal here is just to improve blood flow and circulation of these tissues, get them nice and warmed up before we boot up and start working on the trail. So just nice, easy rolling. Sometimes I'll even come up onto my big toe and get a little stretch through the arch. You can also kind of pin the front of your foot. Get a little dorsiflexion going. So one of the biggest complaints we get from hikers and backpackers is dealing with plantar fasciitis issues. Bringing this thing with you can be a game changer to keep that at bay. We're going to switch to the other foot here. Nice and easy. So before any exercise, and hiking when you're backpacking is no different, we always recommend a little active dynamic stretching, more so than long static holds, meaning we'll be moving in and out of different ranges of motion rather than just holding the end range of motion for as long as we can. Beautiful morning out here in Northern California. But it is going to get hot today. All the more reason to get warmed up. Stay hydrated with your bottle roller. Okay, so we're just about done with rolling out the feet here. If you have more time, go for it. You're not going to overdo it with the rolling. Done with the Cork massage ball for now. We'll utilize the bottle roller next. We're going to get into some rolling of the calves here. Make sure we're following along. So I'm just going to go with my right leg first, using my hands to prop my hips up. Nice and easy. Now in all of our training programs, we program daily mobility routines. And most of our athletes are doing this online at home. So we're training them to utilize these techniques on a regular basis to improve their joint range of motion and their tissue quality. And when you're backpacking or trekking, it's no different. You got to keep up on it. So it's just part of the daily routine to stay mobile for the longevity of your hiking career. These are the days you need it the most. We'll switch legs here to the calves. So notice I'm not really holding one spot for too long, just nice, slow, easy passes. Right before a big hike is not really the time to get into any deep trigger point release. Although you could do a little active range of motion with the ankle, dorsiflexion, plantar flexion, inversion, eversion. But I'm generally good with just some nice, easy passes. You can also roll your hamstrings, your quads, your glutes, your back, whatever you need. These structured mobility routines are great, but sometimes in the backcountry you just need to troubleshoot, depending on what you're feeling, what your pain points were on the hike. Stay tuned into your body. Okay, we're done with rolling. We're going to get into some stretching now. This isn't a yoga routine, but we are going to do a little downward dog, mostly as a bit of an assessment to see how those calves feel after rolling. Get them a little active stretch. So notice I'm not just static in my downward dog. That could be fine for a few seconds, but I'm just paddling my feet back and forth. Little dorsiflexion, plantar flexion, kind of alternating from side to side. You could even throw a little three-legged dog in there if you wanted. Again, this is part of our warm-up. Make sure you're breathing, staying active with our range of motion. Then we're going to switch to a low lunge stretch. I'm going to bring my left leg forward. My right knee is going to come down to the mat. And now, again, we're staying active, so I'm not just going to statically hold this lunge stretch. I'm actually going to stay up high here and just work in and out of that end range of motion, stretching out that back hip. Sometimes I'll even raise one arm up and over, and we can alternate sides there, getting into the lumbar spine a little bit. Truly whatever feels good and intuitive to you. Just keep breathing. Now, staying on this side, I'm just going to rock back into my half splits. This is one that I do on just about every backcountry trip because we're getting that whole posterior chain, calves, hamstrings, glutes, and lower back. So a few ways we can stay active here. Again, that dorsiflexion, plantar flexion. Or on the inhale, you can lift your spine. Exhale, fold. Just work in that range of motion. Notice we're hitting all of the muscles that we utilize on the trail. Feet, calves, hamstrings, quads, hips, lower back. All the things that can get overworked out here. Then we're going to go ahead and repeat that sequence on the other side, starting with that low lunge. So I'm going to go right leg forward. Don't worry too much about staying at a 90-90. This knee can totally go over the toe and can be a really nice stretch through the calves. You can even brace and push against that thigh to get even deeper into the hip flexors of that back leg. Just trying to stay active. These mobility routines are a really nice way to check in with your body. What's sore from yesterday? Can we work into those ranges of motion, get a little deeper? And then we'll rock back into our half splits. A little dorsiflexion, plantar flexion. This is also serving just to warm up our joints. Warm up mentally a little bit, thinking about the hike today. Although I don't really want to leave this beautiful spot. Get a little hip hinge going here. We're going to be switching things up here, moving into a deep side lunge, also known as skandasana. So you're gonna have to meet yourself where you're at with this one. You can totally stay up high, just kind of working side to side. We're getting into the adductors, inner thigh muscles, which can get really tight, especially if you're doing a lot of elevation gain. Ideally, we're gonna try to come down a little lower and really get deep to those medial muscles. Again, we're staying active. We're not holding any position for too long. Got just a couple movements next. We got cat and cow. So we're warming up the whole spine here. So on the inhale, I'm dropping my stomach towards the floor and then raising my tailbone and my head. And on the exhale, I'm pressing away. If you've been carrying a heavy backpack, this can work wonders just to keep your spine mobile. A little core activation, warming up. One more round. All right, we're gonna pop up next for our final stretch. It's really not a stretch, more of an active range of motion. Working on knee circles. This is kind of our final assessment here. This is a really nice one to get those quads activated. So we're trying to get a little hamstring stretch when we're fully extended. I'm driving those knees out, looking for that stretch through the hips, pushing the knees forward through the calves and kind of repeating that. This is a really nice one to do right before you hit the trail too. Just getting those muscles a little bit activated, getting that blood flow in there can actually enhance performance. Stay warmed up, nice, easy. Working out those circles. Okay, nice job. Hopefully you enjoyed this backcountry mobility routine. If you need more support and guidance when it comes to preparing for your favorite outdoor adventures, check out outdooradventuretraining.com. We have a bunch of different programs that can meet you where you're at so you can make the most out of your time in the outdoors, and we'll see you on the trail.